Junior, number 11, Carrie Keller.
Rossford High School honored one of its own tonight. Carrie Keller is battling cancer. He just came off a round of chemo. Tonight, the Bulldogs had a ceremonial tip-off and only started 4 players when the game started. Here's wishing the best for Carrie Keller. And welcome into the first Hardcore Basketball Friday. If your mind's still on football, can't blame you there. It's hard not to think about the memorable run Whitmer made to the state Final Four. But now plenty of those players are taking their talents not to South Beach, but against Southview. And it's King Hayes, as in Nigel, not King James, Whitmer, and Southview. One of Hayes' football teammates, Chris Wormley, future Michigan Wolverine spin move and won 34-23 Panthers midway through the third. But one of his future Michigan teammates, Alan Gant for Southview, sneaks past him. Hoop and the foul, 47-44. The lead cut to 3. That's when King Hayes took over. Extends it to a 6-point ball game. His kingdom protected. 11 points, 12 boards for the game. Whitmer wins it 53-49.
You know, in football, you go hard for about 5-8 seconds, and then you get a 35-second rest. Out here on the court, you know, you got to have continuous energy the whole time. So, you know, your legs are tired, your body's tired, and you know, your mind's tired, but you got to push through it. And this is a good win. It wasn't an ugly win, like I said, but a win's a win. We'll take it.
Mommy and Scott doing battle at Woodward because of Scott High School's renovation. Pick it up in the third quarter. Mommy's Dominique King hitting the jumper right before the buzzer sounds, but Mommy down by 28. Scott too much tonight. Bryson Collins, the easy deuce. Scott wins at 70-38. Well, this time last year, Brad Britton's first game coaching St. Francis was a memorable one. The Knights came back from a second-half deficit to beat Perrysburg 59-52, and afterwards, amidst a mob scene on the floor, Coach Britton dedicated the win to his father. Time to revisit history with this year's season opener, except this one's at Perrysburg, and the Jackets, they weren't going to forget last year. Bucket by Jake Flagar puts them up by 20, then Dan Johnston from the outside for 3. He finished with 11 points. Perrysburg working on the inbounds pass. Shane Edwards to Brian Bird for another 2. Everything going right for Peaburg. Scott Milne, he led the way with 17 points. Perrysburg, payback with 75-52. They win. Over at Toledo Christian, 2 Jasons in the house. Eagles hosting Anthony Wayne. Second quarter, Christian up 9-7. Mark Donnell, nice pass to Grant Fiach. Very nice. Game tied up. O.C. Omofoma off balance. That's good. For TC, Dominique Pittman, human highlight reel. Eagles down by 4, but too much Generals in this one. Anthony Wayne, they win 47-36. Well, back to the game where Carrie Keller was honored, Northview and Rossford. And the Cats get on the board quickly. Connor Hartnett with a jumper. Northview, for the moment at least, pitching a shutout, 2-0. Of course, that shutout wouldn't last. For Rossford, Drew Brock hitting the shot. Brock shot, a 3. Rossford down 2, but Northview, Dion Valentine, heartbreaker with the 3. And Northview wins it 67-53. Well, from the Northview guys and the Northview girls, head coach Jerry Sigler is a teddy bear in my mind who produces D1 talent like Lisa Johnson, who starred for Toledo. Northview has 2 seniors this year who'll be D1 next year, but look out for this one. Kendall McCoy. This girl's 6 feet tall and she can shoot it, and she's only a freshman. McCoy scored Northview's first 6 points and 9 of their first 19 as they jumped out to a 19-6 lead. Miriam Justinger added 20 points, and Northview wins it 83-41. Northern Illinois pulls off a comeback over Ohio to win the MAC title, and you saw Oregon win the Pac-12 title right here on Fox Toledo. Tomorrow night is the Big Ten Championship, but until then, that's your Hardcore Sports. We'll have your 5-day forecast after the break.